Gun crazy.
Gone too soon. A stuntman was accidentally shot dead on Monday while filming Aussie hip-hop group Bliss and Esso's new music video in Brisbane. Hours before his untimely death, Ofner had been playing around the set, posting videos to Instagram showing the prop weapons and even joking that they were faulty. The firearms supplied to the cast were mostly plastic replicas. One shotgun was real, though loaded with blanks, and came with a warning that it shouldn't be pointed directly at anyone. Despite that, Ofner was reportedly shot from less than 2 meters away, close enough for the blanks to blow holes through his chest. Paramedics were called to the scene, but couldn't save the 28-year-old stuntman. Ofner's death has led authorities to investigate whether safety protocols were followed in the lead-up to the shooting. Ofner had been set to appear on the reality TV series Australian Ninja Warrior. He leaves behind a girlfriend and a 6-year-old daughter. Here's 6 more stories of guns going off where they're not supposed to.
The moment a clumsy cop shoots himself in an elevator. Daryl Jewett, a 25-year-old veteran of the Erlanger, Ohio Police Department, injured himself with a handgun after a dinner date with his wife Friday night. For some reason, the off-duty officer draws his weapon while in the elevator with his wife. Jewett then has trouble reholstering the handgun, and the next thing he knows is he's caught lead. Now back this up, let's try to figure out what happened. Jewett nails a couple cop stereotypes here, a box of donuts in one hand and his gun in the other. The most likely scenario seems to be that Jewett was looking for the holster and accidentally discharged the firearm. The bullet entered straight into his belly, sending the officer to the floor. His wife immediately called 911 for help, but this isn't the only possibility for what happened. Cincinnati captain Michael John said the round ricocheted in the elevator before striking Jewett in the stomach. However, it's more likely that a hollow point bullet would have fragmented upon hitting the steel wall. So Jewett may have been struck by one of the ricocheting fragments. One last possibility that we haven't explored is that Jewett saw his own reflection. A black man with a gun in his police training took over from there. Did you just laugh at a man getting shot? Come on, guys.
Man nearly kills himself while playing with a loaded gun. In a video uploaded to LiveLeak earlier this week, this guy nearly earned himself a Darwin Award while playing with a loaded revolver. He even went so far as to point the gun at his head and pull the trigger, which is too stupid to even comprehend. So I guess we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and assume he thought the gun wasn't loaded. And then he does it again. It's as if we're watching Titanic for the 15th time. Or invading Russia in midwinter. We all know this won't end well. His near-lethal stupidity earned the young man a couple of holes in his head where the bullet grazed his skull. Hopefully the guy's learned that he should play with almost anything else other than a gun. Although perhaps he thinks nothing else could quite make the same impact. A water gun fight in Houston somehow takes a dangerous turn. What started out as an innocent water gun fight at a family barbecue party in Houston, Texas on Saturday ended with a trip to the hospital for one teenager. A 15-year-old was playing with water guns at a party at a Houston suburb when she was shot by an actual bullet. Witnesses say an adult male who was at the party went to his car to get some dry clothes, then took out his handgun and began twirling the weapon before the gun suddenly went off. 2 bullets were discharged. One hit the teen in the shoulder, just an inch from her neck. The other bullet hit a car parked 5 houses down the road. According to Houston's NBC affiliate KPRC, the girl was taken to a hospital and is currently in stable condition. Meanwhile, the gun-twirling man has been charged with deadly conduct. Groom gets blasted in his dome at his own wedding. A wedding celebration took a turn for the worse when a guest accidentally shot the groom in the head. The wedding ceremony was taking place in the city of Hisar, 100 miles northwest of New Delhi. The wedding party had just reached the venue and everyone was in a festive mood. That is, until one of the wedding guests accidentally shot the groom in the head with a handgun. Video footage of the incident shows the groom falling to the ground in a cloud of smoke. Celebratory firing at weddings and other public events is outlawed in India, but still remains a common practice across the country. The groom survived, but is said to be in serious condition. Congratulations? Teen fatally shoots himself trying to take a gun selfie. It appears that a selfie gone wrong might be to blame for the death of a St. Louis area 15-year-old who was killed when he shot himself in the chest last week. The shooting occurred around 7:30 p.m. last Friday at a home located in the Overland area when DeMontez Jones was home alone with his 3 brothers. Police think Jones found the loaded and unlocked gun on the top shelf of a bedroom closet when his mother and her fiancé, who owns the gun, were not home. Authorities believe that Jones may have been trying to take a selfie with the gun when it went off and shot himself in the right upper chest. DeMontez was rushed to the hospital where he died. Police say Jones was found with a cell phone next to him. Officials have been unable to get the phone to work and are sending it to a lab to see if there are any photos in the phone of DeMontez with the gun.
A man accidentally shoots a woman after dropping a gun at a movie theater. A woman was hit by a bullet at a movie theater in Washington on Thursday in what was reportedly an accidental shooting. According to police, a 29-year-old man was fumbling with a handgun as he entered a theater at Regal Cinemas at the Landing in Renton, Washington on Thursday night. The man dropped the weapon, causing the gun to go off and hit the woman in front of him. Hero 7 reported that the 50-year-old woman was shot in the shoulder, but the bullet missed her major arteries. The suspect reportedly fled the scene after the shooting. However, his father called 911 shortly after to turn the suspect in. The suspect later admitted that he had been drinking before the accidental shooting.